Hey guys, welcome to episode 3 of my Red Bull Leipzig challenge, and you join us a month down the line. As you can see, we are now sitting in 15th place. We've actually won a game. I couldn't believe it either. For the last video you'd seen I'd played FSV Frankfurt. We then lost 4-2 away to Munster, with Luge and Müller scoring the goals after Krone got the hat-trick for Munster. After that I get a wee bit pissed off and out and signed some players. We see we haven't lost since we signed them and brought them into the team. We played Darmstadt next. We won 4-1, we got 2 penalties and one of our debutants here, Moise Bambara, scoring there. But I'll show the likes of Bambara and Gallus and that after we go through all the results, just to show you how we're doing. We then travelled to Duisburg from our Bundesliga side. Matt Derbyshire gave us a lead there before they equalised with a penalty, and then after that nothing really happened in terms of goals. But it's a good kind of place to go and get a point, so I was more than delighted with that. We then went to Chemnitz, played them. They took an early lead. Salvatore Forte scored right after it, and then Derbyshire gave us a lead. I thought we were going to go to a victory. Unfortunately, Mike Kegel made it 2-2 with 15 minutes to go. I mean, they're starting to play a bit better, but just failure to close out games is a bit of a problem. And just recently went to Regensburg. 2 late goals there thanks to Andreas Nuderorf and Daniel Fran coming on to secure the win, meaning now we have 3 wins from 7 games, a game in hand, which hopefully if we could win would put us actually up to the top half of the table, which is quite a shock. It's quite a congested league. We just have to make sure we don't continually fall right behind the likes of Munster, Kiel and Chemnitz up the top, and that we can get fighting for at least a playoff spot hopefully this year. The signings we're in for, we got a couple of older faces, just mostly central midfielders. So I'd signed Derbyshire the last time. We brought in Gabriel Gallus on loan from Cassie, just an attacking midfielder, just to give me a playmaker. Decent pass, and a lot of the stats are pretty iffy, but he's been pretty consistent since we signed him. Moise Bambara, perfect holding role midfielder, just somebody to add a bit of steel in there. Good tackling, good passing, good marking, a bit aggressive. Decent for this kind of level of football. Pass for here. 38-year-old Andreas Neuendorf. The physicals are pretty poor, but I'd like to think, like, with the mentals and the technique, it's somebody in a really small wage as well, might add £160 a week. We can just add something in like the 20 minutes that he plays in, because he's obviously an impact sub. He's been pretty quality so far. And we just brought in a youngster to play back up fullback to add a bit more depth, and with the under 23 role, young Domenico Bronzi. Don't know how much an impact he'll make. He's not actually debuted yet, but his P is quite high, so we'll see how he goes. Ones that we're looking to bring in, we're looking at Massimo Bonai, a winger, just to give us a bit more depth on the wings and a bit more quality. He used to play for Lugano in Switzerland. Alan Martin, I'm not so happy with the goalkeeper, so we're either going to bring in Alan Martin as number 1, or if he does come in, he could play back up to former Sunderland and Hearts goalkeeper Craig Gordon. He's wanting a big wage. He's still out for another 9 days to 3 weeks, but if we get him fit, he could be a massive asset at this level, and he'd be a keeper right up until we get to the Bundesliga. But anyway, that's enough of that. We'll kick on now. It's going to be the same team that won last week. Everybody's fit there in their 4-4-2 diamond that you'll see is familiar from my save at Sheffield United, and we have a trip to Saarbrücken. So they're going to play a 4-2-2, so that's interesting. We'll stick to this system, and we'll see how the guys go in this one. Hoping for a good performance, but if we can just try and get that win to claw us into the top half of the table, that'd be perfect. How can we say it, the lads? I think we'll go. We can keep our run going. Come on, we're 4 games unbeaten. Let's make it 5. I must say, looking at the 3D engine there, the stadiums in Germany, the lower leagues, are pretty damn empty. Not many folk in there at all. That's what I like to see, good counter attacking football. You can pull that through to the winger we're in. Oh shit, now we're going to get counter-attacked. That went well. Boys. And somehow we survived that. There was a good shout there for a penalty. Thankfully, the boys just get rid of it in the end and we survive until the set piece. Zimmer with the goal. Good ball in by Eggert, nice and high. Markey jumps up and then just wins the second header. Absolutely pish fair, boys, come on. I think there's about 30 fans behind that goal. And amazing, you start a good wee run of form and then the team decides that we're not going to show up again. And you'd expect the likes of Matt Derbyshire to run riot in this league. I think it just shows how much he's fallen the last couple of years. Look, only 1 point above the relegation zone, but then the bottom two teams have literally a couple of points. Mate, you should have won that. And you can't argue with that. That's a beautiful turn and finish and absolutely pish from our lot. And we drop all the way down to 17th place. Holy shit. Good turn by Zyma. Slots that home fantastically. Let's see us offer some sort of attacking threat in this game, it would be nice. Good ball by Lugi and Salvatore Forti. The Italian gets in at the back post. Great run by Lugi, completely does his marker there for pace. Great ball in, peels away at the back post and he leaps like a salmon and puts it in the back of the net. Right before half time, so hopefully I'll tell the lads at half time, kick on. It's not been good enough, you've got the one goal. Try and get an equaliser. I'm going to take off Gallus and put on the timer Nudendorf. And Derbyshire's going to come off for Daniel Fran, who scored in the last game. And then is the target man. And we'll see if this can help us push on and hopefully salvage at least a point. Oh, what a chance for 40 and it's off the line by Eggert. It's an interesting story with Salvatore Forti. I had no idea he was a free agent until I'd done my Motherwell save and he appeared up at Inverness and I thought, oh, I'll just sign him. Last change, he's struggling, I'll just putting on Frandrich for him. And I'll change to overload for the last 10 minutes, hopefully somebody can just put the ball in the back of the net. It's only going to be one chance we're going to get, it's all about taking it. And what a goal, it's an absolute screamer from Bambara. And somehow, it's 2-2. Holy crap. Thought the chance was gone there. Muller, great ball in. 40 heads it, keeper fists it away, but Bambara in the volley. His left foot. And that puts us up to 10 points. We get a chance to try and get a last gasp winner. I don't think it's going to happen. Stay in overload just in case. Somehow, it's to 5 games unbeaten. Only we could turn some draws into victories. And that goes miles wide, and that is it for today's game, surely. Yep, a 2-2 draw away to Saarbrücken. It's a good performance, the lads done well to come back, I'll give them that. Puts us up to 14th place, still only about 2 wins away from the playoffs. Game in hand and most of the teams above us as well, so if we can win that we should be in a good position. It doesn't look so bad, so hopefully we can keep improving for this and hopefully that will continue on in the next video. So as always guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, and also remember, follow me on Twitch at www.twitch.tv/TwittleMaxwell. Hopefully we should have episode 4 up pretty shortly. I think that'll be another recap video and then a live match after it. Until then guys, thanks as always for watching, and I'll see you real soon. Bye bye.